Picked up your load. You have to do a few things to make sure you're going to be safe running out, and a couple of your company policies. Just got your load, what to do here on the Trucker Brown channel. First thing I like to do is I'll find a place to pull over. Sometimes you can do it before you leave, sometimes you cannot. I find me a place where I can pull over, where I can actually work a little bit. And the first thing I'm going to do as a van driver, reefer or drive van, is make sure my weight is together. Now, if you are at Prime or RST, where I'm running, the trailers have a weight gauge thing on them. And I'm going to show it to you here in a minute. As soon as it is, I've got my BOLs. I did my leaving the 01 call, which is leaving the shipper in Prime regime language, and that's done. All my calls are done. The next thing I want to do is make sure I'm able to ride comfortably without having to stop too many times, because I want to have a successful, productive drive shift. So what I'm going to check on, this load is 42,670. It's 42,000 pounds, 670. Wow. So you're looking at 42.6. I need to make sure that I'm in the correct hole. I need to make sure that the gauges on here are correct, and they're not going to be super accurate. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put everything where it needs to be. Then I'm going to drive to the closest pilot and put it on the CAT scale. That's going to give me the actual ticket telling me exactly if I'm legal or not. And then I'm able to run. I'm also gonna make sure I top off my fuel for me to be able to get a decent amount of miles. Now, quick tip, I'm not telling you to do nothing wrong here. I'm gonna scale it before I fill my truck up with fuel. Do what you want, end of the day, okay? So I'm gonna get this ticket before I fill it up with fuel. You put the rest of that together. All right. Let's jump out here and see about sliding these tandems. See that? That's my drive axle suspension. That's over. I need to bring that down. I'm gonna work on this reefer stuff in a minute, but all I'm gonna be is at the correct temperature, but I'm gonna be checking to make sure the IntelliSet is correct so they don't send me a million messages on the call com. How much fuel do we have? Yep, but stop and get fuel. They done burnt all the fuel out of this trailer. I know it was dropped off full. Oh, this doesn't have one. Oh, yeah, it does. Ha! All right. See this? This is the baby I'm gonna use to try to get as close as I can to being legal. I don't never use that as thinking, and I'm gonna pull this thing, which is gonna pull those pins out. Booyah. Now I'm able to back up and slide these forward. I'm gonna have to be honest, at 42, I'm gonna probably put it right here at the 8th hole. See if that'll be worth it, see if that'll work. Now, as I back up, my tandems are slid all the way back because that's how the shipper usually wants it. As I back up, it's going to be shifting more weight onto those tandems and hopefully taking a decent amount of weight off of this drive axle, which is what this gauge is showing you. Come on, baby. Sometimes you just need a little jerk, that's it. You know, get the pins right. All right, how much did she drop? She dropped one line. Go back a little bit more. Let it even out a little bit. All right, let's go check and see what hole we're in. Now you hear the suspension? You know, took that weight off of there. Now the suspension give you that little noise hissing. And it's probably filling up with more air since you took a lot of weight off of it. I never professed to be awesome or to be the perfect driver in the world. Dude, I'm just gonna start sharing what I know. And in the comments, we can battle out on if it's right or not. Because I know that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. I overshot. See that though? See, there's an 8 wrote right there. And I done shot up by 2. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna check to see if this weight is right, where it is. And how I'm gonna do that with this thing, I'm gonna go to the front, I'm gonna release the trailer brakes, and then I'm gonna come out and pull this out. There we are. Okay. It's filling up with air. And I'm gonna pull this. Sit it there. And wait for that to fill up. And that's gonna take a minute. You want it to be in that green or maybe a little bit of the yellow. If it starts touching that red, even in the blue area, you're overweight. That's how I look at it. That's doing that. We're gonna go around, take a closer look at this trailer. Got to put my lock on it. None of the lights look damaged. The skirts seem to be okay. Then I can send my trailer pickup inspection. Things seems to be good. Everything looks pretty much all right. You know, look for holes and all that stuff that would affect your temperature, things like that. Seems to be looking okay. Let's go back and check that weight. Oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. Let me give y'all a closer look at this thing. Look at that. See, I'm at 31. That I should be good. I'll take that at least to be good enough for me to get to the truck stop to weigh it accurately. You know, it just gives me a little bit of peace of mind to run before I get to where I could actually properly scale this load. Let's go check that front gauge. All right, this is what the front gauge is. The truck is settled a little bit. It's a little bit under the 51. I'm thinking that's legal for the drives. I do not know what the steers are gonna be. At 42,000 pounds, I'm gonna run it up here and get it scaled. If it's under 35,000 pounds, I usually just rely on these gauges and figure, come on, it's probably not illegal at that point. But y'all, comment in the bottom and tell me what weight should I not be worrying about weighing this, so some of the rookies can see it. Now, I'm gonna check my IntelliSet, because if you get this wrong, they will blow up your Qualcomm trying to talk to you. Reefer set point at 28, IntelliSet fresh meat. Now this is the problem. The bills say 26. So I'm gonna set it at 26 and then send a freeform message that says 26 degrees per bills. That lets them know that I'm following what the paper says. And you always follow what the paper says. I learned that the hard way. You can ask Chris. All right, we need to have your IntelliSat at the correct place. How we gonna do that? There, you're gonna hit this, see that? Hit this equal sign. It said that fresh meat. That meat fresh. Now the set point at 26, which means they gonna start sending me a whole bunch of messages saying, hey, why your stuff ain't right, Jack? It's supposed to be at 28. So I'm gonna send that message first, and I'm gonna say, it say 26. And they're gonna be like, all right, and that's how that go. Yeah. Gotta put my lock on there, dude. You could have 500,000 up to $2 million worth of cargo in your truck. Use your lock. So, take it up here, slide it in right there. Put some hair on there. I found it. There we go. And boop. We're in business. Now, you may wonder, TB, why is your lock all marked up? Listen, when it get cold out here, sometimes you got to give it a little whack. Make sure she get in line. Okay? I've been told to pour water on it, knock it a few times, pull it off. But I got some stuff in the truck that works way better than doing any of that. And I'm gonna show it to you on the Trucker Brown channel. It's good stuff here. You spray that on in there. De-icer, lock lubricant and de-icer, fast active dry formula. Okay? Why am I yelling? Because I don't know. But you pour this on there, hit it with the spray real quick. Bap. You know what I'm saying? Let it soak all into the bone gristle. Shake the lock a little bit. Boop, lock come right on off. Don't leave home without your lock lubricant. Let's do a quick go over. We made sure we pulled out of the way safely, close right to leaving out of the shipper. We've checked our weight on our drive axles according to the gauge, and we checked our weight on our tandems, which is on the trailer, according to the gauge that's on the vehicle. That's not perfect. What we're using that for is to get us to the CAT scale. We're gonna get it as close as we can get it, so we at least hopefully be legal on the way to the CAT scale. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. If you get to the CAT scale, you may be a little bit over, you may be a little bit under, forget about it. If you're a little bit over, you do your little quick adjustments, boom, but you're not way out of whack when you get there. Okay, so called me and that kicked me off of my video. But anyway, that way you feel as legal as possible, or be as close to legal as possible by the time you get down there to that CAT scale. Once you get down there to that CAT scale, you're gonna get it to where it needs to be. You're gonna scale it and hope that you know, everything is right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find the closest CAT scale on my route, and I do that with a Rand McNally. I know a lot of people don't like Rand McNally, but I'm a Rand McNally guy. That's what I started with. That's what I'm gonna end with. Let's look at that right now. Now, we're going to show you how I use the Rand McNally and how the Rand McNally helps me out. You use what you want, but I personally, this is the only GPS I like to use, is the Rand McNally GPS. One of the reasons why I like it, I really know how to use it, and I can do stuff like this. You see there's a CAT scale right by me. I go up there right there and go in there and check that real quick. I'll need fuel as well, and I don't like stopping twice. So what I'm going to look for is, I'm going to go here to choose destination. Yeah, destination. I need it to be on my route, which helps you save a lot of time. You're not going out of route, driving extra miles. Boom. I'm looking for an in-net place. I'm looking for an in-net place. Wow, there is no in-net place for 400 miles. Hold on here, let's check this. First place where I can get fuel that's in net is Petro, 510 miles away. My truck can't even drive 510 without needing fuel. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch to looking for the closest truck stop in my radius, no matter if it's on my route or not. Heard it. I jumped from the Rand McNally to Google. There's a Love's that is about 8 miles away. It's so new that it's not on the GPS. Even on the GPS of the Google, when you look at it in satellite, it's nothing there. But I called them and they're like, yeah, we're here. We're good to go. All right, cool. So we're gonna run over there, and then I can actually get the truck scaled out. But that's pretty much what you do, you know, in the middle of when you get a new load, man. That's it. That's pretty much what you do. It isn't perfect. That's what I do. Okay, because they're gonna rip me up in the bottom of this here, and it is what it is. Okay, but that's what I do. Remember, I'm not a real big. I haven't been driving van that long. I'm really a flatbed dude. So that's what I've picked up from here. If you have better tips, start a YouTube channel, start dropping them, or drop some tips in the comment box, and y'all can go ahead and argue about that. Remember, you're on the Trucker Brown channel. You sub, you hit the bell. Okay. You also go over to Instagram, which is @Trucker Brown. Don't do drugs.